Hi there, everybody. I'm here in the toy room, going to give a really extra fast review here. I have to leave for work very shortly, but the lighting was perfect here. It was too perfect to pass up. I just really had to take this opportunity to shoot out a really quick little video here. So, what we're going to do is look at the 3 first offerings for this year of 2013 from the Masters of the Universe Classics. First of all, I gotta say, all 3, I like all 3 a lot. Even this one, even Netossa, let's start with her. I was really not looking forward to her so much, but, I had low expectations, and I was really pleasantly surprised of how really beautiful she is. Literally beautiful she is. She has an incredibly beautiful face sculpt. Probably the most beautiful face sculpt, well, one of the most beautiful face sculpts. Sorry, I'll correct myself. She's not going to top my one favorite female figure in this line. No way in hell. But anyway, she's very close. She's very nice. And I will point this out too. I'll get on to the strange practices, the strange ideas that Mattel's design team, I guess, whoever the person is that looks after like paint applications, they're going with some weird paint application choices. And yeah, the little black spot spray painted on the back of her net cape, I don't really know what that is either. Who knows? As a lot of you will know, and for those who don't know, that kind of trend has continued on with Jitsu here. But at least it makes a little more sense with Jitsu as they spray a little bit of a dark wash on the top of his head, on the very top of his head. Yeah, and that's to form, like, I've read people call it stubble. A little bit of hair there where there's not very much. I really, honestly, I don't really care for it too much, but it doesn't bother me. It doesn't detract from it enough. It doesn't take away from how awesome the figure is. I'll say right up front, out of the 3 here, even before I get to Ram Man, I'll say that Jitsu is my favorite of the 3, as I was expecting him to be. Yeah, as with the spray on top of the head, I'll say too that it's kind of inconsistent because I have a second carded sample of Jitsu, and from what I can tell, looking at him in the bubble, he has a lot less, little to no spray on the top of his head, so it's kind of weird. It kind of varies from specimen to specimen, I guess. But I really like the mixes of paint as well. The paint used, one last thing I'll say about him. I really like how they have, for instance, the armor, his chest armor. It's all of it, the base red of it and the gold is all like a kind of a matte, kind of like almost like a matte finish paint on a matte finish, kind of like red base of the armor, but then they finish it off with all of these nice rivets or decorative balls all over the armor. They are painted in a really beautiful eye-catching gloss, and it really catches the light. They pretty much, yeah, they're almost they almost seem reflective. But, and then that carries through. I even, as strange as this seems, as strange as this might sound, one of my favorite parts of the figure is his belt. I know, it's the standard Masters of the Universe, loincloth piece, but the belt is painted so beautifully. The belt and the decorative, it almost looks like a jewel in the center of his belt. The way it's all painted in the really beautiful hard gloss paint that they've used. It's really nice. What I think it is that the gloss paint used really reminds me of the quality and the really hard finish quality of the vintage figures that the vintage figures used to have. Anyway, that's about it with Jitsu or Chopper, if whatever you like to call him. I guess you can tell how much I like him. I've spent a good, maybe feels like 4 minutes talking about him. So then, last but not least, Ram Man. Yeah, I will say, for a Ram Man figure, he's very, very nice. I'll make no secret about it. I'm not a huge Ram Man fan. I never had the toy when I was a child, and I never really felt the need to have it. Yeah, I never even really felt the need to have it. I guess that speaks a lot for the way I feel about, the character never grabbed me. But I will say that as far as a figure goes, this is as perfect a Ram Man figure, I think, as we're ever gonna get. My first reactions to the figure, looking at him in the package, is the Four Horsemen did such an amazing job capturing that classic card back art, that the cross-cell painting, I should say, so closely that he almost doesn't look real. I don't know, I can't describe it. I know that's weird to say, that he doesn't look real. I had the same feeling when they revealed Grayskull a little while back. It was so close to the classic cross-cell painting that it almost did not look like it was plastic. It almost didn't look real. I don't know. That's just my weird mind thinking, I guess. But I got that same feeling here about Ram Man. And I find I will say also too, another thing about him, I guess, that supports my way of thinking about him. If he did not have the visible joints in his arms, he would almost look like a statue. I find he borders on looking like a statue and not so much an action figure. It's really weird. But anyway, yeah, they're all really top-notch offerings from the Masters of the Universe Classics line so far. I think, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, it's the year is off to an amazing start. So, with all that being said, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this fast little review, this little Joe Nerd right before work video review. So, take care of yourselves, guys, and I will talk to you all in the very, very near future. Bye for now.